Good grief, did he swallow this thing? Well, welcome back to the channel, guys. I am out early this morning and I am trying to get to my spot, but I mean, look at this. There's a school of trout just came up right in front of me, and so I'm gonna try to get to my spot. Okay, that was a ladyfish that time. Like I was saying, I'm gonna try to get to my spot and get started with some top water real quick. I got out here late, couldn't get through the gate, and so get over here. But man, these trout are tearing me up right now. Woo, look at that. So I don't know if you guys saw my one of my previous videos where my buddy Gerald and John, we came out here and killed them on top water pretty much most of the morning. And so I definitely have a lot more confidence in top water now, and so I would definitely be throwing this a little bit more often. That water is moving. Good grief. Well, I got a fish coming up on it. I saw that wake come behind it. And I know just because I caught them on top water last time doesn't mean I'm going to catch them on top water this time. But I know that technique is effective, so I'm going to throw it a little bit more. But I'm going to circle back around here one more time, hit this one little spot, and then I'm going to keep moving on around because I don't want to miss the tide getting down to my second and third spot. I'm asking the Lord to give me wisdom this morning on where to move. I don't have my guide Gerald with me, so I'm gonna have to do this on my own today. All right, I'm gonna switch it up and power fish for a little bit to get to this next spot. And what I mean by power fishing, guys, I mean I'm casting and I'm moving at the same time. I'm just throwing out and I'm being aggressive with my retrieve to try to get a reaction strike. And so I'm just moving faster than I normally would, just put it that way. Now that the tide is coming out, it's falling out, it's hard to tell where the fish are they're gonna be on the first drop off probably. Still in the same area, but just on the first drop off. So they could be out here, because I mean I'm only in 2 feet of water right now. All right, there was a first taker. Come on, get it, baby. Whew. Oh, that was a big fish too. Here we go. There we go. Little snook. Little snook. Oh, he wanted that thing. Golly. That is funny. Get out of here. Ooh, see, this is what happens when you get snook. They tear you up. But that is the first fish on top water today. Got to retie way up here. All right, guys, we're back at it. So what I'm fishing with, guys, is my old 18 Outfitters 7-foot medium accent rod, and this is 15-pound braid, 25-pound mono, and I'm using a Super Spook Junior, the saltwater version. And I have that paired up with a Shimano Corrado. I'm gonna get back in here. Let's see if we can get one more in this area. Well, let's see how many we can pull out of this area. How about that? Well, we found last time, a lot of times between two little islands like this, or between an island and a little cut through, the fish are in there. So I'm gonna pound this a little bit, especially on the shady side, and just see some movement up there. Gosh, what the heck is going on? I can't get this thing out fast enough. Oh my gosh, there is a feeding frenzy right here. It's got to be snook. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I didn't get a hook and a fish over there. I don't know where they went now. Last week the verse of the day was talking about people going through some things. And so this week I thought about being in your word continually. And Joshua 1:8 says, study this book of instructions continually. Meditate on it day and night, so you will be sure to obey everything written in it. Only then will you prosper and succeed in all you do. And so, man, it just made me think about, we have to just really get in the word and study what the word says for us. And once we do that and then obey, that's when God is going to provide for us. Not when we just toss up prayers and just say, God, help me because I'm a good person. No, we have to do what God says. And so that's what it says. But we have to study this book of the law continually, this instructions continually, meditating on it day and night. And then it says, only then will you prosper and succeed in all that you do. And so, guys, I hope this verse of the day helps. I'm gonna get back to fishing because I see some redfish. There we go. Little tiny trout, barely hooked. Let's see if I can get him off of there. Get out of here. I'm not going to be out too long today because I'm actually going to take my son out tomorrow. My oldest son has decided he wants to come kayak fishing, and I'm pretty excited about that. I've been wanting to get him out here, and so he and I planned a trip for tomorrow. And yeah, we're gonna get him in a kayak for the first time, and hopefully I can put him on some fish. He's gonna have to fish artificials, so Unless I catch a pinfish or something, but I think I'll be able to get him in a spot to where he can catch some fish. So I'm excited about getting my son, spending some time with him out on the water, like I did with my daughter a couple weeks ago. So it is all worth it, even if you don't catch fish, to spend time with your children. And I absolutely love it. So hopefully I can catch some fish today too. Not done yet. It's only 10 o'clock. I keep getting little stuff. I think these are needlefish though. I'm gonna keep going around here. I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I'm probably gonna go out to the main water and see if I can fish all the way back up and see if I can get some trout, because I'm not seeing any movement back here. Well, oh, I take that back. I take that back. I take that back. Little trout. Well, maybe that's what it was that was pecking at me. But there is a fish on this popping cork. It just went down. Where did it go? I'm gonna see if I can snag this thing. Oh shoot. There's a fish on here. Oh man, what in the world? So this broke off that person's popping cork with a steel leader. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Maybe they were fishing with this thing, I don't know. I mean, who fishes with a wire leader? And a speed clip. Oh my gosh, that is funny. I knew I saw something out here earlier and I was like, well, I'm gonna go check it out, but that's funny. All right guys, that is gonna do it for me out here on the water, but I did promise you guys that I was gonna do a catch and cook on a sail cat, which I caught previously. So I'm gonna show you that footage, and then I'm gonna take you to the kitchen so you can see what I thought of the sail cat, whether I liked it, whether I didn't like it, whether it was disgusting or was it delicious. So let's go. Fish on. Fish on, baby. Yep. Is this a catfish? Please don't be a catfish. Oh my gosh, it is the biggest catfish I've ever caught in my life. But it is a sail cat. And I said I was going to do a catch and cook. So we're going to do a catch and cook on a sailfish or sail cat. All right guys, this is a big old sail cat. I'm going to do a catch and cook on this thing. All right, he's got me all slimed up, but that's a big cat. It is. I think this will be worth the catch and cook. Yeah, right? I hear they do too. So we're gonna give it a try, guys. A big old slimy sail cat. We're gonna pop him in the box and oh man. It is gonna be a slimy box. Oh, he's got me all slimed up. Look at that nasty slime on this thing. Oh, nasty. All right, we're gonna clean this bad mamma jamma right here. He is a pretty big sail cat. You can tell it's a sail cat by the long dorsal fin that's on the top here. Okay guys, I have never cleaned the sail cat, but we're gonna give it a try today. I used to catfish when I was up, growing up in West Virginia. So I'm gonna try to do it the same way and see if we can figure this thing out. So make this long cut here. I know that they have a nice little spine that goes across over there, so I'm gonna make this cut here. There's probably videos out there to do this, but we're just gonna figure this thing out. We're just gonna go straight down the spine. That was pretty easy. See if I can get around this rib cage right there and slice down. Try to get around the rib cage. It's actually a nice little chunk of meat right there. I'm trying not to get any of the ribs in there, because I mean it has a nice little chunk of meat on it. I mean, look at that. Oh, I butchered this thing up. I'm gonna try to get the skin off of these things, but this is, yeah, will not be doing this again. Unless it's like really good. Maybe it's gonna amaze me with the taste. I don't know. Get rid of the skin there. But I mean, that's a nice little fillet there. No rib meat or no rib bones, anything in there. And I'm doing is just taking my knife, starting a little slot there, hold my finger on it, and then just filleting like I do any other type of meat, any other type of fish. But this thing is like super soft. But there's my 2 fillets that are there. We're gonna give this a try. All right guys, like I promised, I'm gonna do this catch and cook on this sail cat, also known as a Gafftop catfish. And so from what I understand, these things are pretty good to eat, but I will tell you, I am pretty skeptical. When I was cleaning this thing, I did not smell the greatest, but it could have just been this particular one. So we're gonna dive right in. So the first thing I did was I used paper towels to pat dry this to make sure it's completely dry before I go into the next portion. All right, so what I've done, I've got my egg wash ready because I'm gonna fry this, because you can't go wrong with frying fish. I don't do it a lot, but I'm gonna do it this time because it's probably the best way to go ahead and do it. While I'm seasoning the fish, over here I have a frying pan going, a little bit of olive oil in there just to cover the fish, and I have it on medium heat. All right, so while that's going, the First thing I'm gonna start with is this Everglades seasoning. This is some really good stuff. So I'm just gonna coat that just like that. I'm gonna add in this smoked paprika. Give that a little generous dusting there. And then I'm gonna finish it up with this wood fire garlic. This is the bomb. Sprinkle that on there a little bit. And I'm only gonna do one side because I have found that that is enough seasoning for this. So I'm gonna dump this in the egg wash. And then what I did, I prepared my flour or my fish fry in here. And so that way I can just shake it up and then drop it in. So once I get that in there, drop one in there, drop the other one in the, drop that in the bag. Now I also have some of the Everglades seasoning in the fish fry. And so I'm just gonna zip that up and I'm just gonna mix this around. Make sure it's well coated. And so when I open it up, you see it's well coated in there. All right, now that my oil is ready, we're gonna drop these on in there. And it's definitely hot enough. And so we're gonna let those go for a couple of minutes on each side. It's really only gonna take about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. Since these are really thin fillets, it should not take long at all. All right, it's been a couple of minutes, so I'm just gonna flip this on over. Probably should use a different thing, but we're gonna flip it over just like that. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? I hope it tastes as good as it looks. All right, these are about done. So we're gonna pop these on off, put them on this paper towel to drain them off a little. And man, look at that. Does that not look good or what? All right, guys, the moment of truth have arrived. So I'm gonna take a little piece of this and test it. But I mean, does that not look flaky or what? I mean, it looks good. So we're gonna give it a try. Oh my goodness. I didn't think this was gonna taste good, but all the reports that I read said that this was delicious. It actually is. And so you guys don't think I'm lying and just saying that it tastes good. I'm gonna bring my oldest son in here and let him taste test this. So come on in here. This is my son Trey. Yeah, he's quite a bit taller than I am.
Down in the camera.
But I'm gonna let him taste it, take a piece, and tell me what you think.
All right. I ain't gonna lie now. Tell the truth. You got more?
This is it.
That's good right there.
This is it.
I told you it was gonna be good.
He did say it was gonna be good. So, guys, see this face? He has never been out fishing with me in a kayak. Took him when he was younger. And so he has agreed that a couple of days he's gonna go with me on a kayak. So I'm gonna get him out there on a kayak and show him how to kayak fish. So I'm actually pretty excited about that. Never been able to get him out there. He is busy. He's a basketball player and all that. So I'm gonna get him out on a kayak as well. But guys, the Sailcat, the Gafftop catfish is actually really good. And so if you guys catch those, it is good to eat. And I will probably keep these moving forward. I will not eat a hardhead catfish, but the sail catfish, this Gafftop, I'm gonna eat. So, man, I really appreciate you guys hanging with me with this short video of this catch and cook of this sail cat. So if you did like it, give me a thumbs up. If you've never subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. It really helps me out. And then share my channel with others so they can see the type of content I'm putting out. All right, guys, till next time, remember, God loves you. God bless you. May He keep you. Peace.